Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's your girl, Nancy. I know I've been gone for a long time, but guess what? I am back. And I'm not just back, guys. I'm back with a bang. I have my favorite people joining me today for a Hello, Nancy episode. And let me tell you something. I couldn't have found better guests for today. Welcome, everyone. Miss Kimberly Holyfield, thank you so much for being here today. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm awesome.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
You as well.
Guys, she is fine like wine, isn't she? And then we have Mr. Kijan Gant. KJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
For
Great
being
seeing
here.
you as always.
I hope I did justice to your name. I'm not sure.
Kajana.
Kijana. See, I knew there was an A down there. Thank you so much for being here today. It's such a pleasure having you. And by the way, he sang for us at the ball a couple years ago.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I'm just trying to get him back, okay? I'm just trying to get him back. And then we have the one and only Wild Eye Visionaries. Tiffany Delaney, how are you doing?
I'm blessed.
It's so good to see you.
Grateful to be here. Thank you.
I'm loving the hair.
Oh, thank you, girl.
Looking like a snack. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And my big brother, mentor, friend, Tommy McNeil. Tommy, thank you for being here today.
It's such a pleasure being here.
Yes,
and
it's good to see you.
it's great to see you.
I just wonder how many suits you got in your closets because I never seen one twice.
Yeah. Just got to learn how to match a little bit. But
Okay.
I do well.
Isn't that what Steve Harvey said? All you need is like a certain number and then you can
That's
mix
it.
and match? Okay,
That's
he's
it.
got it down pat. So make sure you follow him, okay? So today you're joining us for an incredible conversation. We're going to talk about all things Minneapolis, events, what's happening, and we're also going to talk about some etiquette because as leaders in our community, we want to make sure that we are helping people elevate, not just ourselves, but just sharing with everyone how we can make the city better, make sure that we can bring you some incredible events time and time again, but also making sure that you're not stressing us out, okay? Because I don't know about you guys. I've grown, I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. I don't know about you guys, but I have grown a couple white hairs, and I know for a fact they are directly correlated to the ball. And I know all of you can, well, Tommy, all of you but Tommy can relate. Tommy's got him on his beard.
Exactly.
Yes, and you guys have stressed them out, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. I haven't seen all of you in so long, and I'm just so happy that we're all together. You know, the best thing about Minneapolis is when we all collaborate, we create magic, and I want to see more of that. So I'm gonna ask some questions here. So. Miss Kimberly Holyfield, we just went to the Black Chamber Gala.
Yes.
Renaissance.
Beautiful.
Last Saturday was incredible. Shout out to Yolanda Pearson.
did her
Yes.
thing.
Wow.
I'm so proud of her.
How was it being in the room with everyone?
Oh my God, it was amazing. First of all, just to see a lot of Black excellence. And then I loved that they decided to do the Hall of Fame this year. So that was amazing because we had people like Gloria Freeman, Sharon Smith Akinsanya, Frank Brown, Tracy Dillard Williams. Like, oh, it was amazing.
The spokes, but yes.
Oh my God, it was a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
And Yolanda outdid herself. Plus, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was in the building. So
I saw that you got a picture with them too.
I did.
They did the little bird. I knew nothing. I was not alive. But this is how it goes, guys. That's the bird. And now it was so cool. They were legends
Oh
in
my
that
God,
room.
in the building. So
So
many
special.
honorable mentions too. Muhammad Abdul Ahad received an award. I mean, it was just amazing.
I agree. Now, being in that room, usually you're the one creating those rooms. And I'm talking about 24 hours setting up, taking down.
Sleeping at the end of the night.
So how is business going for Glam Life Productions?
You know what? It's been amazing. I am beyond blessed, and I'm just so thankful. God is good because it's
All the
been
time.
word of mouth for 20 plus years. And so to be able to stay busy just because people are spreading the word is definitely a blessing.
I think you solidify yourself in the community as, you know, that girl when it comes to events. So I don't think Google Ads will ever see your face, which I love that for you.
Thank
now,
you.
Can you tell me what did you take away? Because seeing you this Saturday, it was so it was so wonderful, but I realized that no one was in their seats.
I know.
We were craving connection. We were craving each other, and we were just all like kids.
Right.
How did that feel?
You know what? It felt amazing because we did get a chance to see some people we hadn't seen in a long time. For instance, you.
Yes.
and, so,
Girl.
and so I think that it was just amazing to be able to see everybody looking, dressed up, looking so great. But then also getting a chance to just connect. And so, like you said, it was hard to want to sit in your seat because as soon as you went out, side to go to the restroom or to hop on the photo booth, you saw somebody that you hadn't seen
It was
forever.
a family reunion.
It was.
And speaking of family reunions, I'm going to go over to Kijana.
Okay.
It feels like a reunion for us here. I haven't
yes.
seen you in years.
Yes.
Kijana, you are such an incredible singer, and I'm just so grateful that you graced our stage with your presence and your talent. And I know you have a lot going on. Now, I read your bio, and I know that you're from Chicago
Yes.
and raised in Gary,
Yes.
Indiana,
Yes.
where Michael Jackson is from.
Yes.
Guys, my 9-year-old is still doing the moonwalk every day since that movie. Little plug. But he was the greatest of all time. But I want to know, what is happening in your world right now? I see so many events popping up. I see you performing in places. I went through and stalked your website.
God is good. God is good. My purpose is my goal when singing is to have fun and don't fall off the stage. That's what I tell everyone.
That's a good.
Have fun and don't fall. And also, I love connecting with people. I love people. And God has just opened up doors for me to perform and use my gift. And I appreciate that. I enjoy people enjoy me, if that makes sense. It's like, because I don't think, a lot of times people are like, I really don't sound that good, but folks be enjoying it. But it's like, but it's.
I rebuke that.
Okay,
first of all.
all right. But I love seeing people connect to music. We can sing a lyric of a song and somebody just come alive, or it reminds them of when they fell in love, or when they fell out of love and they get back together. And, some of the greatest songs are when guys mess up and then they're begging the woman back.
Really?
Those are some of the best songs.
Nice.
for
She's
putting
gonna
that
be
out there.
singing on my wedding, because you guys know I'm engaged every year. We'll get to that, guys. I mean, if there's not a little bit of controversy, if no one is gonna do it, I'll tell them myself. So I'm gonna move on here to one of my favorite people, Tiffany Delaney. Oh, I love this woman. I love the events that you curate. I love the things you do for this city. I know how much work it is. And this year, I was so surprised when I saw the Twin Cities Hair Expo, which all of you are collaborating on. But I was so excited to see it because a couple years ago when I came, it was like a defining moment for me in being in that space and seeing Black-owned businesses coming together with art, with hair. It was just a beautiful space. So how does it feel to bring back the event? Because I think we quit every year.
I was just about to say I quit every year.
Every year.
It feels good. This year it's a lot lighter. I did not. Originally, we were supposed to be in the Minneapolis Convention Center. But I was actually obedient for once in my life. I turned 50
Amen.
this year. So I'm learning obedience. And in my obedience, my body, mind, spirit, everything says pause. So I postponed the the convention center. And then Tommy comes and says, KJ approached me about, blah, blah, blah. And then Tiffany being Tiffany, always going to put her foot in her mouth. I said, oh my God, Tommy, you know what? We could do a Black Business Village experience. And the expo can be there. And it just so happens to be the same weekend that the expo was originally scheduled, but it was on a Saturday. So then, voila, magic, we collectively pulled this thing together. And then I got off the phone and said, there you go again.
You did it again.
You just said you were taking a break. But I can honestly say, working with this collective right here, it's been a very, very light load. And the whole goal is to not only celebrate the land launch, but keep the community together. So it's not a full production that it normally would be, but at the same time, there's still connectivity and community. So, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Well, we're so happy it's here.
Thank
We're
you.
so happy it's happening.
Yes.
And she used to be my neighbor, guys. Blaine used to be our lane. But
I
she
still
decided
stay
to
in my
like,
lane and blame.
okay. And you've been traveling. I've seen you in Atlanta. I've seen what's been fueling this, this getting wings and just traveling all over the place and leaving Minneapolis.
Well, outside of work, because a lot of my clients, I really don't have a lot of clients here in the cities, but a lot of my clients are located. But what a lot of people don't know, and may come as a surprise to you guys too, is Tiffany is producing her first motion film.
Yes.
So I got the exclusive.
So-
You giving some?
This is an exclusive. This is the tea.
announcement.
Yeah, the soundtrack is actually complete. Wow. And so it has been the heaviest lift I've ever done in my life. It's a lot. So there I go doing it again. But once I start something, my daddy taught me,
You're gonna finish it.
you're going to finish it. So that's why I've been spending extended time in Atlanta and LA, because I wrote this film. I'm the producer of this film. I'm not the director. I'm not qualified for some of the other roles. And I'm not the talent either. But this is really my baby, and it's based on a true story on some of my clients' personal business. I just decided, since you guys want to burden me with all your drama, I'm
Let's
about to
just
get
make some
paid off of it.
I better not see anybody get engaged 6 times in that show. I will call you and I'll be very upset
You know
with you. No, don't do it. Don't do it. But with that, I don't know if you guys saw the Black Business Ball promo. I could act. You could call me. As long as Ashley's not there to make me laugh excessively, you can call
Well,
me.
we are doing a 2-week exterior here in Minneapolis later in the season. The filming season. So when we do the filming here in Minneapolis, we will cast local.
I'll be your
talent.
extra because God knows I can't act,
Yeah,
guys.
we're gonna cast
I will
local.
cut up. I will cut up.
You do a great job.
Oh, I try. For me, it's all about laughter, guys. It's
Yeah.
so serious
You
out
need
here.
a principal role, unscripted.
Yeah.
Just let Nancy be Nancy.
Just let me be me, guys. Tommy. I heard you slept
Nancy.
at the airport. I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
I did sleep at the airport last night in
But
Midway.
things happen.
Yes.
But look how fresh he still looks. Like
Yeah.
Tommy is the definition of the show's got to keep moving.
That's
So
right.
thank you so much for being here today, because I would have called out sick. I would have said no, thank you. Tommy, I know you talked about this incredible project that you're working on for a little while, and I was so surprised and happy to see that you actually have a location. And this is about to be the biggest thing the Twin City has seen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the project.
Yeah, no, I'm grateful to be here. And this is what I call my purpose projects. I've turned 50. And as a result of turning
Before
50.
me.
Yeah, before me. Right. Yeah, I'm not as
You have
old.
to put
You're
that
not
in
as
there.
old as I am. But for me, I got to a point in my life where, I've had enough experiences in life, growing up in Chicago, in a impoverished environment, making my way through underemployed, and then rising through the ranks of corporate, starting a variety of different businesses that deemed to be successful. It was my time to give back. And I felt like, I owe myself something for the redemption that I've experienced to be able to offer to others. So I love what Tiffany said about connection, because that's what I feel like I do really well, is to connect with people. And as a result, I really identify a way to fill in the gap. And so the McNeil Management Business and Event Center is an accumulation of really my take on Black-led ecosystem creation, right? So more times than other, and being in the state of Minnesota, it's challenging. And I think anybody that's that's listening in right now, and probably those that are sitting here, can understand that we sit in these silos, and there isn't always the type of support system and the wraparound services that one could be really provide growth and sustainability. And as a result, creating what is considered this purpose project is offering an opportunity to create this hub in the city of Brooklyn Center, which is centrally located right off of North Minneapolis in conjunction with Brooklyn Park, where the diaspora of Black and brown individuals there could utilize the resources that will be placed inside this location. So I'll talk a little bit more about it, but I'm really excited about this facility. 8 acres of land is what I've been granted. I've gained site control on to build out a 30,000 square foot business and event center. It is something that's going to be massively huge for the state of Minnesota. And my goal is to start here and expand nationally.
I love to hear that. And by the way, once he builds it, I want y'all to know I quit. I'm moving in with Tommy. I'm just announcing it right now. So if you guys look for me on Harmon Place, I won't be there. But Tommy, I'm really curious. So I want to stay here with you. You've been in corporate for over 20 years in leadership roles. What is one thing that you feel like you had to unlearn to really step into your entrepreneurial era?
One of the things that I have had to unlearn is understanding that I am valuable, right? You know, a lot of times in corporate, what we typically find ourselves is the suppression through the microaggressions and a lot of the oppression that typically happens in an environment limits you and your capabilities of being able to grow and scale through advancements and promotional opportunities. A fun fact, KJ and I have worked together probably, maybe 10 plus years?
10 plus years, yeah.
In that corporate environment?
Yeah.
And so he's seen with his own eyes, so he can attest to the challenge that it faced in being in a corporate 50 company and the limitations that are typically provided, which then starts to affect people's esteem and confidence and ability. But being that I had to unlearn that, what I had to do is give myself back the power to know that I'm fully capable of running an operation that resembles a Fortune 50 company. And that's what I do today.
I love to hear that. So, and you worked with KJ in the same space?
Yeah, Tommy was my leader twice.
Really? And y'all still working together years after. I love to see that, honestly.
He got a merit increase every time, so.
Okay, I mean, nepotism, it happens to us too, okay? We deserve it. So, KJ, I want to go back to you. You've been actually compared to the likes of Brian McKnight, Luther Vandross. I can attest to it because I was there. I heard you. How do you protect your own identity in that space?
So, fun fact, I never really compared myself to those folks. My inspiration were Marvin Winans, on gospel side, Fred Hammond. Got an opportunity to work with those guys. So I played horns. I actually had a scholarship for horns. I play any brass horn. So when I sing, I imagine myself as a horn, something like a jazz horn. So that's where the tones come from. And then it just happened to sound like that. So when folks are like, oh my God, you try to sound Luther Vandross? Like, no, I'm trying to sound like Kajana.
Okay, tell him. Tell him.
So that's,
wow.
And,
Well, I really love that. Now, I have to ask this, right? You said you want to sound, you're an instrument.
Yes.
And you're lending your instrument to my sisters here for their events that is coming up. This is a question for all of you. What are people to expect with this? What is this, the 7th annual? 8th annual. I skipped the year, guys. But what are people to expect on the 8th annual Hair Expo?
Excellence.
Oh, come on.
I mean, every year we strive for excellence, and that's subject to people's opinion. What may be excellent to some may not be excellent to others, and it's okay. But what they can expect is that we'll give it our best.
Yes.
We'll give it our best. And if our best isn't good enough for you, that's fine too. But just know that we will give you our all. And all of us are very loving people. one thing that people always say, the biggest compliment I get from the expo is people say, it felt so good. The energy in there was contagious. It felt so good. And I try to stay with that because people will always remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And we're all entitled to our good days and our bad days. But you got to know how to understand that that one experience could change someone's life.
Absolutely.
So whenever I curate any event, I don't care what kind of day I'm having, I have to press pause, turn it off, because their one interaction with me could make or break their interaction with others. So I'm going to give them the best that I have in that moment. So if they can, they're going to have good music, great food. We got soul music, soul food, soul outside, line dancing, the fans. It's the,
Wow.
you know, we have a lot going on. And just know that when you walk on that land, you're walking on land that it's a Black-led initiative. And every single one of us sitting here right now gave it our best.
I just got chills. This is so powerful because when I'm thinking about all your brands, I'm also thinking about Flame.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, is Flame going to be there?
Of
Okay, because I want some polenta and some shrimps.
We'll see if the chef is paying attention to this YouTube.
Well, let me talk to him directly here. I want polenta and I want shrimp.
Yeah, me too.
Please.
Yeah.
I want the salmon.
Oh, I want the salmon too.
Yeah. Chef D, you got your hands full.
Chef D, this is a national request. It's not just me.
It's not.
Okay, it's very important. But I love this. This gave me chills because it's so powerful. You have a group of people coming together, putting all of your heads together for one event for the city. Yeah. So Tommy, with the Flame, Flame is going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Food truck?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about which chefs you're collaborating with. What are people
That's a great question.
going to see?
That's a great question. And just really to piggyback off of Tef, you know, what we're really excited about is really having Black excellence come, pray over the land, really, you know, provide a sense of purpose within the place and know that they're there on really what we are considering to be our sacred ground. You know, not too often do you see the individuals of color, Black people in general, buying land and one of that size of magnitude. Now, the beauty of it is I think a point was made earlier that this is a collaboration strategy because we have 3 different activations while Kim, organized mind, help us to facilitate all the things that are happening. So where Tef has the Twin Cities Hair and Beauty Expo, KJ can speak to really the Soul Fest, right, which is activation number 2. And then the third activation, which is what you're asked about, was the food activation. And the food activation was really important because that's an accumulation of what we're trying to present as a replication of what will be supported and represented in the facility once it's built. We're going to have an event space, 20,000 square feet, right? So that there are musicians and conferences. There's galas and banquets. You talk about going to the Renaissance Reimagined with Yolanda, and you know, that's my sister. Much praise to her for the work that she's done. But then you also talk about the business that will come in the form of training and supporting business through shared services, which is what the expo is providing. Then you talk about the culinary experience. And on this occasion, we're working with 2 other Black businesses. High Society is one of the food establishments that would be there. They have a food trailer as well. They do a really good job selling rice dishes along with some other proteins that come along with it. And then somebody new that I've recently met, Allison, with Triple Sip. Triple Sip does dirty sodas. So it's like fun, very creative ways of doing mixed drinks, right? In a safe environment, right? But you know, to being able to use on a nice warm day, having all 3 of these activations happening at one time, and being that it's an all-white affair, that gives us a reason to celebrate. So the land launch is going to be amazing. We're going to do our form of a ribbon cutting for that day, where we're really going to, I mean, we do a lot of that in the retail environments, but why not do it on land?
Why not?
That's why we're doing this. Why not do it? Let's celebrate, and we're going to have a good time with this team right here.
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to be there. And by the way, I'm going to say throughout the episode here, but that's Saturday. It's coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday.
So, Miss Kim, he said that you are helping them organize and make sure that everything comes together. Now, I know you to be a master of events. Now, what has been the most challenging thing while curating all these events? Because I know that's not your only event coming up. You also have an event coming up on the 22nd.
That is correct. You know what? So the beauty of us all together is that everybody has their own lane, right?
Yeah.
Like he's facilitating the food, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Tiffany, who her expertise is the Twin Cities Hair and Beauty Expo. And then we have Kajana, who's working on the Soul Fest and this amazing Frankie Beverly and Mays tribute. And then I'm able to just jump in and assist with stage management, a little bit of hosting, maybe even moderating a panel with Andre. So, I mean, there's some exciting things that's happening with that. But then, of course, this is what I do full time. So I'm working on 1 million events at once.
Of course.
And so you say, what are the challenges?
Yes.
Well, that's a good question, because I know you said you got gray hair from.
We have to get real, because so the goal today is we want to remind our beautiful Minnesota family to bring these fabulous events to fruition. Really takes work.
It does.
I don't know about you guys, but I remember Tiffany hosted the ball for me once. After the ball, it's like, don't talk to me. I'm going on silent. Right? We want to be able, however, to come out feeling really good, feeling energized. And the only way we can do that, though, is if we have the support of the people.
Exactly.
So I want people to know what are the challenges of putting something like this together. Because I know Tiffany and I have a whole laundry list. And I know you do too, because I've seen her, guys. We actually... Kim and I once cleaned up an event. We were out there till like 4 or 5 a.m. I don't know which event it was, but we were there till 4 or 5 a.m. It's the truth.
I was out there with y'all helping.
Yep, exactly. Tiffany was there too. But at the end of it, we just looked at each other. We said nothing, and we literally just like walked away. We were just done.
You gotta
right?
keep it moving.
And I know sometimes you have multiple events a week, and I just call Kim asking her for things. For no reason, and she still takes the time to pick up the phone. So I really, really appreciate Kim for that. But what are some of the things that you wish were different, and what are the challenges?
Well, first of all, I think it's the stigma behind color people time, right? Like we definitely
Say it louder.
Look,
That
fashionably
Listen.
late. Fashionably
Even our
late.
producer is like, hey, you know what? Yes, I think she almost threw her shoe over here. That's how serious it is. We're talking to y'all.
Yes.
And
We're
it works
talking to
both
you.
ways because.
Wait, me? Oh, yeah, it's me too.
Well, sometimes it is the organizers, right? So our participants or our guests, they will feel like, oh, well, I need to show up late because they're always late, right? They're going to start the show late. So we really have to start. Like we need to start on time, because then it'll help us train our guests to come on time, right?
But also, people don't realize hotels do have a time where they close, So, and, especially my African friends, I got to tell y'all 5 hours before an event is happening. And you have to understand the hotels will kick us out at 11.
Yeah,
So
you'll get charged. You will get charged if
Yes.
you're not done on time. So especially like with concert promotions, if you're working with the Independent Theater Arts Trust, they're going to fine you if you are not done in time.
Yes.
But I also think that, we have to, our people, our guests, first and foremost, we need you to show up on time, because then it will also help us not think that, people are going to run late.
That's a big one.
It is. So I don't know. There's so many different things that we can, one of the things that I feel like too is a challenge for guests, right, participants, because I like to look at events in the eyes of someone who's attending, right? It's just not knowing what to do when you get there, not knowing where to go, not knowing okay, where's valet? Do I check in? Is there registration? What do I eat now? Do I have to wait to eat? Like this, I think just, just making sure that people understand the flow and that you have staff or people who can assist or signage even, just in knowing what to do next.
Absolutely. I love that. And Tiffany, I have to come to you. And we're really doing this for my brother Tommy, because if he's really gonna, tolerate us in his new venue, we have to get our lives together, okay? Because I promise you, he's gonna find me. I'm having my next ball there whenever he's done building, and I'm not trying to get kicked out because I'm 4 hours late.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really doing this for my big brother. So I want us to get real and raw and really talk about it. Right now, we have one of our good friends, Destiny, with the Black State Fair, the Minnesota Black Entrepreneurs Fair, happening this whole week. And she just posted, if you guys have an opinion about the Black State Fair, we're letting you know ahead of time. We don't care. And let me tell you something, I felt that in the depth of my soul.
That was hilarious.
So shout out to Destiny. But I want for us to be leading the charge of change.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Right.
Come on.
Because we can.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It only, in my opinion, only takes a handful of people. Like, hey, my event starts on time. You weren't there? Well, guess what? You just missed Luther Vandross. You just missed T.I.
Yeah.
You just missed whoever. Let's be on time. So I love that you started with that.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I know we how much time we got, but we got things. Tiffany, what's the biggest pain point with these events?
The delay in action taking.
Ooh.
It's hard for the event planner or promoter to gauge participation when people wait to the last minute to engage and make it known that they're participating. So that's extremely frustrating because, there's logistics that we're doing, right? We need this size of a space, or we need this, or we need this many bags, or we need, based off of people who sent in their RSVPs or registered or whatever. And you have people, and I'm guilty of it too. That sometimes wait until the last minute. Mine's is mainly because of scheduling. If I don't know if I'm gonna be in town. But if this is especially this event, because it's free to participate.
Right.
It's free.
So if you have any kind of inkling that you might participate, go ahead and register and get the free tickets, because at least that lets us know if we have gifts for you. If we have
Enough
things.
food.
Yeah,
Come on.
we want to have enough. So I think that's probably one of my biggest pain points. And then second is the lack of resources, financial resources that are available to events such as mine. I can't speak for other events, but my initiative, I get a lot of corporations here in the cities that say, well, I don't know how my business align with hair and beauty. Well, that's one of the reasons why you cannot retain talent of color. They take that relocation package, and as soon as that expiration date hit, they're out.
They're out.
Because they're missing cultural competency. They don't understand that we like to belong where we live.
Come on.
We like to feel like the community is not just our address. I want to be able to go to an event that feels like Atlanta or feels like, so that's where the corporations seem to miss the mark. And that's one of the reasons why they cannot keep their talent of color. Now they'll recruit heavily. I think Minneapolis, I can't remember the statistic, but I know it, but I'm tired. But they have a large statistic where they recruit Black executives. They come here, they hate it. Why? Because they feel it lacks culture.
Yeah.
Well, the truth of the matter is there is a lot of people of color here in the Twin Cities, so there's no reason we should be lacking culture. But what it is to provide spaces and platforms for cultural opportunities. It takes coins.
Yes.
And they don't want to support it. So for many years, I paid for the expo out of my pocket, and it's not a cheap production every single year because I still want to put on for the city. But the corporations need to understand that if you give the black folk something to do, they will stay. It's not the code that make them run away, because there's plenty of us that live in Chicago,
Right.
because there's culture, you know. So it's just trying to really get the and we got all of these major corporations here, but yet they don't get it. Well, our hair is our crown.
Yes.
And that's creating, although beauty is the 360, one thing black folks gonna do is take care of our hair. Well,
You ain't got none, Tommy.
now once it's gone,
I'm just saying.
well, you still taking care of that beard
Yeah,
though. That
beard
beard that
oil.
goes, that
It's
goatee
shining.
is
Don't
still,
tell me that's not luscious.
So it's
Shout out to Charisma.
it's talking to it's talking to us, right? It's saying I am going to create a space that I know would appeal to my people, but I need you to support it, because at the end of the day, they still need the financial resources. They still need you, because beauty is a 360. Because there's nothing cute about being, mentally challenged. There's nothing cute about being financially challenged. That's, so we still need help.
Yes.
But you don't feel the need to help because you hear hair and beauty in the name.
And you check out.
Then you need to take a cultural competency class.
Yes.
So that's one of my biggest frustrations is a lot of these events, and I know you've probably done a lot of paying for the Black Business Ball out of pocket. A lot of these events are the funding is limited. We
Yes.
pay out of pocket, and that's one of the reasons I quit every year.
Okay. And we quit at the same time.
I'm like, I'm
At the
not
same
doing this
time.
no more.
Yes.
My bills shouldn't have to suffer to put on this major production. But then when I get the reviews and I go on
makes
social
it worth
media and my heart just swells and I'm just like, I gotta do it again. I can't.
And by the way, we
now.
do this for you. I just
Yeah.
want you to know that when we see those reactions and it was worthwhile and people walking away with a couple thousand,
Yeah.
that, me personally, it fills my soul. And I've seen you say, I want the vendors to make money. I want people to have a good time. That's the only reason we do it. So speaking of support,
Can I
Yeah,
tap in?
please,
Can I,
add-
can I-
add-
Yeah.
I want to tap in a little bit to that and just look at it from a different lens, right? As the consumer, those that are coming in to participate. They have the biggest opportunity to become advocates, right? Being a corporate executive. I know that I sat in these senior leadership meetings and only to have a group of individuals who don't know what's going on have conversations about where they're going to spend their dollar at. But what I've also encountered was the advocacy, and a lot of it is through some of these employee network groups that will build some relationships with senior leaders to advocate for what they feel is of value to them. So I'm actually going to utilize that as a way of having the community really help you and others in terms of building these events, no different than what I'm asking of the community for this building. This building is a $20 million project. It will not build itself. And we obviously know that there's limited funds out there for a project of this magnitude, especially for a guy like me, a Black individual who's coming in on a project that may be a little unfamiliar with some, that they want to make an investment where the community has to stand up and the community has to get more involved. They can't say they want great events, but then don't want to spend money to attend them. They can't say that they would love for an event to happen, and if they are not advocating in those corporate environments for the events that they want. And that's the same thing that I'll say about this building. I need people to come out and have a blast on Saturday. Have a blast on Saturday. We're going to have so much fun, but I also want them to take the time to contribute and understand that this is for us, by us. This is not a Tommy project. You know, I can go off in a distant way and do pretty well for myself. I have always done it.
okay.
But I feel that there is a need for this investment into the community, but I need for the community to invest in the project. No different than what you all are referencing as it relates to the events.
Facts. And I agree. And I'll be chipping in my little 2 cents, hopefully more than 2 cents. But I really love that you said that. And you know I completely can relate to the first pain point, which is buy a ticket, guys. I will give you my biggest one. don't call the host the day
Yes.
before the show.
Or the day of.
Right, trying to get a free ticket.
Actually, the whole week. Mm-hmm. You see how poised she was? She said participation because sorry, I keep looking at the wrong camera, y'all, but you guys know me. It's going to happen however it happens. But let me tell you something, okay? I am not as poised as my beautiful friend over there. I'm just going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Buy your tickets.
Yeah. We need
Use
your
a
support.
firm, whatever. We need your support. Sorry, again, it's not going to be a sponsorship. I just love my Black elite friends, okay? They're just so wonderful. They will give it to you so softly. I'm not gonna be soft. There's some wonderful events coming up. They will not don't complain and put a review. They ran out of food early. Well, we didn't know you were coming.
That's right.
Say that.
That part.
There weren't enough seats. We didn't know you were coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So please, make sure you sign up early, reserve. Or guess what? Even if you know you're gonna be in town, get that ticket and then give it away to someone or sell it to someone. It helps so much because we want to curate incredible events, but we just can't do it if you don't know who's coming.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, we always sell out, fill rooms, but it's only because of sheer power and strength and calling and making sure that everybody shows up.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. And speaking of support for my brother here, yes, $20 million is not a small ticket number.
Right.
And I do know this. Who's got a calculator? Blendy, I know you're so good with that phone. What's $2 million divided by $250? How many people requires?
20
Is
million.
required. I'm telling you, it ain't that, man. There's
It's
enough
very
Black folks
simple.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
here
very
in
simple.
Minneapolis to make it happen, because I don't know about you guys, I have never been able to book at an all Black owned venue.
Got that right.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Say it for the folks in the balcony.
I have never been able to book a venue that's all Black owned, and it hurts me every year.
Yeah.
And not to say that I didn't think it was possible, but now that I can taste it, I can see it.
Can walk on
I
it.
want it to happen. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna ask him to bend rules for me, but I just know that where I'm taking my business.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear so many people, or I see so many people online saying, there's nothing to do in Minnesota, nothing for the Black community or nothing. But then when we do events or when we have venues, you don't spend your dollar with us.
When you have venues, yes, exactly. Yeah. So there is a venue that's being thought of right now, is being built. Where can people support this project?
Well, you can go to McNeilManagement.com, McNeil-management.com, to get more information about the project. We're really excited about it because there is a way for us to be able to showcase what dollars are coming in and how their dollars are going to impact the project in itself. So this won't be in a vacuum. I'm going to be super transparent. Anybody that knows me and know how I operate business, I'm a man of integrity. I'm not putting myself out there in this vulnerable state to not be a man of my word. And so I'm going to show more than I could tell. And the work that I've done in the community so far has spoken for itself, right? I've created job opportunities. I've helped to develop businesses. I've supported events. I've done all the things that I feel like is necessary for the community to understand that I am someone that is reliable, that they can trust, and that this is a huge opportunity, not for me, but the workforce that will be built from this and the business that will be able to scale as a result of it. So just think about this. Think about having a 20,000 square foot event space that can host galas, banquets, ceremonies, conferences.
What's the capacity on
Career
that?
fairs.
We're talking about 1,000 seats.
Oh, that's
right.
lovely.
So we're talking about 1,000 seats. I wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity to compete with some of the larger downtown events, right, with better parking.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
I think I want to throw that out there.
he just ruined it for the whole downtown people.
With better parking, right? And creating that opportunity. And then having the added bonus is having our people work in those environments. Currently, right now, we're getting pushed out of those. So not only are you not being able to invest into a Black event space, you just got to be mindful of the people who's working in there
Yes.
and the caterers that are serving the food and the deliverers and everybody else along that chain. There is opportunity through the supply chain that we're missing the boat on, that this creates. And having it attached to a business center and a workforce development center, it gives an opportunity for us to create this repository of people to work in that environment. So not only are we putting an opportunity to putting events on, but we're actually employing people and giving them livable wage opportunities, creating apprenticeships, and really identifying where that gap is. Because right now, with a lot of these corporations having these tons of displacements, and a lot of our people of color, Black people in general, are being taken out of the workforce. They're reducing SNAP. And so people don't even have an opportunity to stay long-term on welfare. And now they're forced to have to try to figure out, where do I get my next dollar from? And that's going to induce the level of entrepreneurship. But if they don't have the proper support system to wrap around them, or there's not an employment opportunity to help those entrepreneurs scale their business, then we're missing out. So it's more than just an event center. It's bigger than that. And so throughout this Hello Nancy, but throughout the time that I will be going through this development process, there will be more discussions about what this project is all about. But for right now, you can go to McNeilManagement.com.
McNeilManagement.com. So I want to switch up the conversation a little bit. KJ, I'm going to come to you now.
Okay.
Let's talk business.
Okay.
Let's talk music. Let's talk art. Because right now, on top of all of our Minneapolis friends who have tuned in, we have a lot of business owners. And we just talked about people being displaced. 400,000 plus Black men and women were laid off from their corporate jobs. DE&I has been deemed a dirty word.
Right.
Therefore, we're going to amplify it, right? And I want to talk a little bit about, in this space that we're finding ourselves in right now as Black-owned businesses, Black-owned artists, where do you see us going from here? Because you've worked in a corporate space.
Still do.
Black people are always creative. We're very creative. That's what I always say. We can make anything work. The beautiful part about what Tommy is doing is that we don't have to make anything work. We have a support system. When it comes to arts, Black people control the world with art and entertainment.
Facts.
Everyone copies us when it comes to entertainment, athletics, entertainment, anything entertainment-wise. We never lose our creativity. When things get hard, we get more creative. And that's what we always lean into. Some of the greatest songs comes through heartache and hardship. It comes from your soul. And that's why I see this going. I like to look at things positively and build upon that. So if one thing is closed off, think of like water. Water's going to find a way to get through. And that's how I think of us as Black folks.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that's
By the way,
good.
folks, I didn't know he was going the we created everything route, which I love. So let's build on that. But you're right. We are the trendsetters of the world. And this is coming from someone that's been all over the world. I see this everywhere, time and time again. It doesn't matter if I'm in China. I was just in China a few months ago, and there were people wearing baggy jeans and hip hop and all of that.
The whole K-pop. The whole K-pop.
The whole K-pop
is based off
movement.
of hip-hop. Yeah.
So he's not lying, y'all. So don't send me hate mail. I'm not gonna read it anyways. So Tiffany, advice for business owners right now, because you are the #1 branding specialist, in my opinion. Branding master, guys. I mean, she's even helped me in my journey, and she just believes in. I mean, she's so good at what she does, and she really believes in us as a collective. So, any advice that you can share right now on how people can position themselves, their branding, in the space that we're finding ourselves in? Where, once again, when we talk about DE&I getting canceled, they're trying to cancel us. That's how I see it, right?
Yeah.
But we can't be canceled. Who said this? But can nobody cancel me? Can nobody delete me? Some famous artist said. That's how I feel about all of us. And I want to remind people, all of us, I think, have traveled out of the country, in the country, whatever. We're not the minority in the world.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay? So I just want to remind us, we need to continue to elevate. We need to keep fighting that narrative and reminding us, again, with the space that's happening, with these events that are happening, they can't happen without you all.
Right.
So what is the advice that we can impart on these entrepreneurs to build?
I mean, I feel like it's all about knowing that anything is possible. Anything is possible. And we have to get in the habit of understanding that if the door closed, I started in corporate, and then sadly I had to go back in 2012 or 13, whatever. So I went back to corporate for a few years, and you heard I said sadly. The company culture was amazing, but the Twin Cities Hair and Beauty Expo started from being in that space where I would rock my cornrows on the weekend and then take them out and do my hair for work on Monday, because people would be like, look at her hair. Can I touch it? Draw back a nub, you know? So I saw a need, right? There's always a problem to solve. And there's, in this day and age, there is an opportunity to create your own. What Brother Tommy doing right here, creating our own. I started, and we talked about it years ago, but I started my own network, UNBX TV, shameless plug, and UNBX TV.
Cool about that.
But that's a distribution platform, and when people look at it, they're shocked. And I'm talking about white people. They be like, oh my God, this is amazing. What was you expecting to see? What was you expecting to see? You see what I'm saying? So when they go to it, they're like, this looks like Netflix or something. What was you expecting to see?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But then, now you got to get people, you build the house, now you got to get people to move in it. And then you have to now train people's minds. If you just open your mind to know we're better together, as a collective force, we control the economy as a collective force, and there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do. I grew up very, very poor, okay? Still poor. Not quite.
I reject that.
But
I know, me too, in the name of Jesus.
You doing fact
I'm
checks?
rebuking it. I'm rebuking it. But when I say still poor, because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a whole lot further than where I came from. And that was only because at a young girl, I had a daddy that said, may he rest, he died July 4th, but I had a daddy that said, there's nothing. You can do anything. And he said, through Christ. But you can do anything. And I guess I grabbed hold to that. And then I realized throughout my journey, I really can. Yes. I can build whatever. And with the help of AI now, you can build even more.
Right.
Because it's replacing jobs. So you better get creative and start utilizing it to build you something.
Right.
You can own land. You can own buildings. I have 20 acres of land in the Ozarks, Missouri.
Yes.
Land is easy. And guess what? And I love my white friends, but there are white people that are out here doing what is called dirt flipping.
Ooh.
And making millions off of flipping dirt. And what does that mean? I buy the land and I sell it to you for a couple of $100,000 more. Who needs real estate on the property anymore?
Right.
There's absolutely nothing you cannot do, but you need to open your mind and understand that someone knows something that you don't know. Open your mind, open your mouth, do your research, and make it happen. And that's literally the recipe.
Yes, and be unafraid. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Tiffany, that was so powerful. I always remind people that we can do more, right? A lot of people come to me when they start their new businesses. They come to BBE, and it's always the same ideas. I want a clothing line, right? I want, something. And yes, we could be doing so much more.
Think outside the box.
So much more.
There's people selling dirt and making millions
Okay.
off of land they don't even own.
Okay. Now, I just purchased my own 77 acres.
Right?
Woo, come on.
Yes,
Come
I
on.
can't
Details
wait.
coming
I can't
soon.
wait.
Just put my little
I
20
know,
to
man.
shame real quick.
No.
Hey,
Let me tell you
yes. No,
something.
that's
1
what-
acre, 2 acre, 100 acres, we're buying acres.
Get the acre, get the
Right.
land,
Because
because
what
that's
we're
the
not
one
going
thing
to do
they
is wait
can't
for
make more
anybody
of.
to give us our acres.
Absolutely.
We just
Right.
going to come and take it,
That's
right?
right.
Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
That's great.
So with that said, we have so many projects coming up. Tommy, I know
Yeah.
you work with entrepreneurs as well. And I want to know, with this project that you're doing, now you're in a position where you have to flip the tables once more. Because, yes, you're a boss, you're running flame, you have spark, but now you have to go into the seeking mode and raising money and just going in full entrepreneur. How would you say you're doing right now? How far is it going?
Well, how far? Well, let me say this. I think it's really important for us to be audacious and think big. More times than other, you know, unfortunately we learned how to think small. People are typically afraid of growth.
Talk about it.
Because there is this fear of the unknown. And it's an inability to assume that just because it hasn't been done, that it can't be done. And I completely disagree with that. You know, because all of our lives we've been redeemed from something. We've, you know, if you are a faith believer, I know that I am. I'm a Christian, a man of faith. I believe in Jesus Christ. Amen. And as a result of what I know he's done and was able to go through, I know that I'm fully capable of going that same route. And I say that to say, you know, I think it's really important that, you know, individuals who have yet to explore the inner possibility of what's possible, if they take a moment to just really challenge themselves into like what that may be and just think about whatever they want to do in their wildest dream and just go for it. The feeling is so liberating, right? You feel so free. Yeah. Now, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, right? With anything that you are unaware of or uneducated with, you're still going to have to go through a process of learning. But the journey is the benefit of it. It's not the end destination. It's the impact that you're making along the way. So when you ask me how it's going, I am being, and thank you for using the word obedient earlier, Tef, because that's all I'm doing. This idea, and I got some extra tissue just in case I start crying here. This idea came as a result of me getting into a major car accident. And I really started to look at life a little different. And I understood that the purpose that I needed to serve was to be able to live out as an obedient life, as not a perfect. And I think I want to make sure that the folks who's listening in, it's not a perfect life, right? The Lord is the only perfect person. We're not perfect. But what I can try to be is the best version of myself and listen to that level of discernment that all of us feel and really go towards that light, regardless of the fear of what you may have to face. Understanding that the faith and belief of what is on the other end of that is far more greater than you sitting and not doing nothing. So when you ask me how things are going amazing because I'm living my dream.
And in your purpose. Thank you so 100%. Much, yes. Tommy. You're absolutely right. And this is why I love my friends. They're all believers. And you guys know I actually quit Baby E a couple of years ago because I was like, if I can't put Jesus in it, I'm not doing it. Right. So I started making T-shirts that said, you know, God is my CEO. So I love that you shared that because it is important. In business, sometimes they make you feel like you have to hide your faith.
Yeah.
Do you guys all agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really, really love when we're so unapologetically out about it because it is important. That's what actually drives and feeds our businesses. As entrepreneurs, okay, fireside chat, really quick. As entrepreneurs, this is why you have to believe in God, because one day your account will be negative 20,000, right? And the next, no, it's true. It's true.
No, this is fact.
Listen.
Yes.
Kevin Hart said it. I have a checking and a savings.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't agree.
And sometimes they don't agree. Yeah. And then the next day you get a $30,000 check. And then the next day you get an insurance bill that's $17,000.
Right.
Right when you thought you had some money.
Keep you humble.
Okay.
Keeping you humble.
Being an entrepreneur, you really have to believe in God because in some way, somehow, He always brings something at the very last minute. when you're
Every
about
time.
to be like, you know
Ask
what?
and you shall receive.
Okay, asking you, and yeah, we do a lot of asking, a lot of giving as well. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to go really quickly and talk about something really special to me, because I've met all of you at different times of my life, and I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. For those of you that don't know, I just turned 40, and I'm very open about this perimenopausal hell that I'm living through. I don't care if you don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm in that phase, but we have to talk. Yes, I am.
Wow.
Nobody told me about this. So audience, if you can relate, put a thumbs up, a thumbs down. I don't care. Do whatever you want, but I want to hear from you. But I'm loving life, just being unapologetic and just doing my business and what the purpose that I'm here for.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about regrets.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have to talk about. I got so many guys. I made so many enemies in this city, and it's okay because some of y'all, you guys don't have beeps, right? They can't beep me, so I can't. This is live. We can't go back and change anything. But I want to talk about regrets. I want to. Who wants to go first? I don't want to put anybody on the spot. But while you're thinking on it, I'm going to tell you my greatest regret.
What's that?
There's so many. And one of them is definitely dating in Minnesota, but we're not going to talk about it. We're talking about business regrets.
No, she didn't say dating.
If we don't have any controversy, what is this? No, Minnesota is beautiful. The men are wonderful here, and black men don't cheat.
Yes.
Okay? So biggest regret. The audience is laughing. The host
No, you
is
gotta
laughing.
advocate for the guys.
I am advocating. I love my
I mean,
black
it's
men.
only a couple of us here.
Right.
KJ. You
I
gotta
love
have
my black
like
men
too many
too.
women around here.
Black
right?
men don't cheat. And us
don't do
women
no
are just too
wrong.
good at it.
They don't do no
can't
wrong.
catch us.
Yeah, that's right. See, you about to change this whole narrative.
Right.
I'm telling you.
About to take a turn.
I'm sorry, guys. I went off script, but that's what I do. It's hello, Nancy. So I wanna talk about regrets. I've had a couple. When you're in business, there's so many ups and downs, highs and lows, and you're dealing with a lot of personalities, a lot of people, I have a few. But what I do love about myself is I learn. I don't kick myself down forever. I just get up and then I just go make it right. Or I just keep moving. But I've been really prayerful about discernment and just being able to understand people better and also to love people the way God sees them.
Yes.
Because sometimes you just want to fight. and I've just learned in business that number one, we can't save everybody.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Number two, some people just have their own journey. No matter how much you want them to succeed, they want to have to succeed.
Yep.
And number three, we fail alone.
Yes, absolutely.
I've had my isolation moments. I was telling Tiffany, I had my little midlife. It's actually right on point. So I think I'll live to 80. But I've had my midlife breakdown. I didn't get a motorcycle or anything, but I just like took off. I was like, I'm leaving this country. And it was so therapeutic. It felt so good. And I realized that my regrets is what kind of made me feel like, okay, I just have to. And it was just communication, not being able to talk through things in business. But sometimes some partners will burn you. Guys, I've had ideas stolen from me.
Oh yeah.
I've had people create events and then put policies and procedures, and then Black Business Enterprises, and they forgot to edit our business name out of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a copy paste. So biggest regret is just not communicating with a person. Like, I see you, I'm not mad, but let's talk about this and how I can help you do the same thing. So Tommy, do you want to go first, please?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. I probably have way more than I'm thinking about right now. But I think the first regret that I have is being mindful about partnerships and personal relationships and understanding the balance that can be in between that, right? I found myself assuming that just because we were great friends, that we could be great partners in business. Yeah. And that's no different in your family, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, I've had to let a couple of my family members go.
You have to fire your family, Tommy?
It's unfortunate, for them. But not for me, but for them. But as a result, the business continued to thrive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So doing
I hope
something
they're not
right,
watching. I want no beef.
I'm just saying. But I just had to be mindful of just understanding expectations of the partners, which is why I love the trio that's sitting here right now, because to Kim's point earlier, we came in with really kind of a certain set of skills that we were able to utilize and really understand, like, okay, how do you balance that out? But then trying to do and build too much into the personal relationships and pull out of something that isn't in them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think one of the biggest regrets is just not being key aware enough to know that exists, to avoid the aftermath, which ultimately impacts the relationship personally.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the largest regrets I have.
Don't fire me, okay? Because
No, we set the expectations. I learned therapy, men, go to therapy.
Yes, absolutely.
Therapy helps.
Therapy helps.
No stigma, guys.
Yeah.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Yes.
Black men don't cheat and they go to therapy.
Absolutely.
Just saying, that's what we do.
They do no
They
wrong.
do no wrong. I love my black man.
too.
Tev, biggest regret?
I think my biggest regret is not understanding my worth. And some of my celebrity clients used to tell me, some very high profile clients used to say, you don't even know who you are. Everyone does not deserve access to you.
Facts.
And I'm like, I'm humble. I'm not like that, blah, blah, blah. But what I now understand is they were saying everybody does not deserve access to your heart.
Yeah.
Because I move from the heart and I'm a servant by nature. So I'm going to help regardless, right? But not using discernment, not asking God first.
That's good.
Is it even my job to help that person? Then I would give them access to me, and then it would destroy me. So you just talking about you coming out of a midlife crisis. Me too, child. You see I done cut my hair off. But
And it looks good.
Britney moment.
Thank you. And I ran away too, but I was taking care of business. But I think that's the biggest thing, is understanding that everyone did not deserve access to me, being too accessible and not guarding my heart. Because at the end of the day, that's all I have. You can have all the money in the world, but if your heart ain't right,
Right.
you have nothing. And my heart, what I learned is my heart is pure golden. Like, I do everything. I lead with emotion. And when you lead with emotion, you don't understand the value that you have as a businesswoman. So now I'm coming into that season where I'm understanding my value as a businesswoman and taking a lot of the emotions out of it. And I'm seeing my life level up. But that meant a lot of people along the way that had access to me and I literally said a prayer. I prayed, I said, God, whoever does not belong in my life in this season, please remove them. I promise you I will not grieve. That was a lie. I grieved. Tommy's a witness because I called him grieving. But I did, I grieved. And I said, I won't grieve and I won't push back. Well, I didn't push back, but I did grieve because it hurts. It hurts. But God said, you got to get refined by the fire. And then he started replacing whoever's supposed to be back in your life. They'll circle back. But we're going to do a little cleaning and some inventory. So understanding your worth. Because if you don't, you will be devalued every time. And then you'll question your own judgment and value. Like, is it me or is it them? Is it me or is it them? You know, so I think that's my biggest regret, is not understanding who I was. So it took me to turn 50 and to cut my hair off, because I was Samson. Anybody know I've had hair. Now, I did do Tony Braxton in 93, but I've always had long hair. And I cut all my hair off because I had to surrender all and say, look, I'm not doing this for me. My legacy is the lives that I impact through your will, not mine. So I'm going to go ahead and surrender because you didn't whoop my behind. And I'm guarded, baby. I'm like, who you? Where you come from? Who sent you?
I couldn't agree more. And by the way, I have to agree. Y'all need to know who Tiffany Delaney is. She's very special. And let me tell you something. When I was doing the ball, all I would have to do is call her, and she would have me on a media blitz. Oh, you're going on this news channel. You're going. Nobody can do it like her. So I have to agree to that. You do need to know your value. And thank you for everything that you've done, not just for me, but for everybody in the city, because I know there's plenty more of me's out there. So thank you for that. Yeah, and Tommy, you
Don't
are
make me cry, you
extremely
guys.
valuable. No, we need to have this moment.
Yeah.
Get in the microphone.
Look at me. Look at me here. She is very important. And as I said, we only have one of her in this city. So please make sure you pour love into her, because there's not many that would do what she does. And I know there's many people that have benefited from just being around you, including myself, you. So thank you for everything that you are and everything that you've done.
Yes.
And we're sorry if sometimes we're a pain in the butts. I'm
Never.
talking for me. I'm not talking for
No,
y'all.
you guys are my power. I've always told Kim, it takes power to empower. Because if you ain't plugging into nothing, then your battery's gonna run low.
Facts.
These two women right here are people that I can call and they will recharge me every time. Like they just gets me and they can ignite that fire. Tommy as well. So those are the type of people you need to stay connected to, because if you're connected to everybody that's draining you, then where does that leave you?
But we're done with that. We're done with that draining. We're not doing
Draining
that.
season
2026. We're done with that.
Come on, preach.
Period.
KJ, biggest regret. And if you want to drop some celebrity tea, it's fine.
Celebrity. I don't call them regrets. I call them lessons.
Yes.
Yep.
So, like Tommy, I fired many family members when business, which is okay.
glad not to be alone.
The one thing I've learned is to embrace the pause. Sometimes you can go, and then you don't really know where you're going. You're just going. And when things slow down, that's a good thing. Some of my best contracts, opportunities is when I said no, because in the end it was foolishness and it wasn't going to serve me or serve that person. I look at things like a triangle. It has to be good for me, the client, and then the person that we're serving, and it all has to connect.
Nice.
And if it doesn't connect, then it's not gonna work. Because I'll either give more than what the person wants, and then the people not getting what they need. So lessons. I've been married a long time, and so my wife doesn't talk much. But if she says certain things because she usually don't really care. She doesn't. She doesn't really care. But and it's
She got you trained really well.
yeah, she does. She really does. But it's but like if I mention something, an idea, and then she'll say something, and she's like, "Have you considered this?" And then I'll learn to pause. I'm like, okay, what do you mean by that? And ask the question, and I get defensive because man, we get in our pride. Now you go, what you mean? Oh, it's my idea. It's my idea. And then she's like, no, let me slow down and see, because she may be seeing something that I may not see.
Yeah.
And then everybody doesn't have the best intentions for you. And it's okay. And it's okay. Like Tommy, I grew up in Chicago, and Gary, my wife was from New York, so I'm pretty straightforward. And sometimes I get criticized for that, but I don't really care. Because I just got to come.
Care.
I just got to come down because I need to know what your intentions are. And because, if you don't have any ill will, you shouldn't have a problem telling me.
So would you say your wife sees your blind spot?
She does.
Okay.
She does. She does see my blind spot, yeah.
That's great.
And I see hers. I listen more than her. No.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
She can take it. It's okay. But in any adventure, I try to go from the end and work my way backwards to see. Because I didn't do that before. I just saw a great idea and I'm just going to run. And then run my mouth, and then all of a sudden, ideas get taken. or all of a sudden you're not part of this. Like, wait a minute, I came up with the idea, how I'm not a part of it.
After you built it.
Yes, and then, or you get minimized or devalued, and then when you say something, all of a sudden, oh my God, you're the angry black man. No, I'm just standing up for what I built, and it's okay to stand on what you built. This was my idea. We came together, and then yeah, so I learned those lessons I've learned, and it's embrace the pause. When I did turn 40, I went through just like a major thing, and I started doing gratitude walks. And within those gratitude walks, you just became thankful for the small things.
I like that.
Wow.
My gratitude walks turned into triathlons.
Give you a call.
Right.
Yeah, it was just
good.
just to find out. Life get really lifed. I'll say it that way.
We can all agree to that.
And I just had to find the reason to smile again. And then it was just like those gratitude walks. And then that's when I learned to embrace the pause. It was like, hey, stuff is going crazy, and it's still going crazy, whether you've in it or not. It's still going to be crazy, so you might as well pause.
Of course. Thank you so much, KJ.
Absolutely.
So, Miss Kim, biggest regret, and I'm sorry, guys, we're almost at time, but we're gonna have. I have a little fun thing at the end. So
Okay.
I want to hear your biggest
I ain't
regret.
dancing.
Same thing. Same as KJ. I don't feel like I have any regrets. There are some things that I wish I would have done differently, or that I feel I could do differently. Same as Tiffany, I feel like, sometimes not understanding your worth. I've always said that, like, I love to help people. Like, I feel like I was put on this earth to help people. But then sometimes that does just backfire on you, because you can have an agreement, or you decide that you're going to do something with somebody, and whether they take your idea or they don't follow through on their end, or you put all your time and effort into it and then it cuts you out. So there's just there's so many different things that that sometimes I feel like I could have done better in just speaking up, right? Because I think too sometimes one thing that's been hard for me is whether it's not to say no, or even just, biting my tongue and just letting it happen, without saying, hey, you hurt me, or you did this and I didn't like it, and I think that that's just important.
Yeah,
me.
we can all do better with
Right,
that,
with
for
that.
sure. Thank you so much, Kim. And I've got to say this one thing. The reason why I wanted to talk about biggest regrets is because other people learn from our experience.
Absolutely.
And it's really big. And this was a question from an audience member that they sent early, that they
Wow.
wanted to know, because they had gone through so many things in Minneapolis and just broken relationships, ideas stolen, and they really wanted to know, how can we do better? And I think you gave them some really great lesson. Now, before we end and give some closing remarks, I would love for each of you to give me one person, one business owner that you want to shout out. And okay, it doesn't have to be a business. And let really quick. Tommy? Oh, you don't want to start? Should I go first?
Kim, yeah, we have worked there since she shortchanged.
Oh, you gonna start with me? Yeah. I won't say that I was shortchanged. First person that comes to mind that I want to shout out. Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna do, just because we're sitting here, I'm gonna shout out Dawn Stevens and her husband, because this is a beautiful,
This is amazing.
Minnesota Podcast
This is
Studio
beautiful.
is
Yes,
a beautiful
absolutely.
space.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and again, we all say we want spaces, but
This
then we
is-
don't support. And so I think that it's important to make sure we shout you guys out.
And
I love
happy
what you-
anniversary.
Oh, happy
anniversary.
No.
19.
Wow,
all right,
that's
all right.
amazing.
That's amazing.
I love it.
19.
You see, Tiffany, you see that? You see what she just did? I didn't even know.
I didn't know. I didn't know. That's wonderful.
19.
Thank you for
Congratulations.
doing that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and then of course BBE and Nancy for having us on your platform. That was just amazing. So we got the opportunity to talk about some of the things that we go through and some of the things that we have coming up. So we appreciate you. We don't want you to give up.
Yeah.
I quit every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I quit.
Just need it.
Thank you, Kim.
Of course.
That's dope.
I'm going to shout out one of the performers, Johnny Brown. He has a spot. It's called the Brownstone Jazz Club. It's
We'll be there Friday night.
It's newly open. He needs to support and love. He's an amazing guy, amazing performer, and just a really good guy. So I'm gonna shout him out. The Brownstone Jazz Club, right on Hennepin Avenue in South Minneapolis.
That's dope. Go check him out.
Black owned.
Support.
And black owned.
Meet us
y'all.
there Friday night.
Meet us there Friday night. Yes, meet us there Friday night.
Yeah, we'll be there Friday night.
I love that. Tev?
I want to shout out Glam Life Kim parties and events because Kim has truly helped me through all of my events going back from, I want to say 2014. Kim started helping. That's when I started producing expos. What? And Kim would just always have like little tidbits from my brunches to events, whatever it was I was doing. She was always very instrumental, as she's been instrumental in this process. So yeah, I want to shout, and it's going to be fabulous. And when you spaz out, she gonna say, "Okay, hun, let's talk this through."
Yeah, hon. That was so Kim.
Look, she gonna let you crash out, but okay, hun, now now wait a minute, let's talk this through.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Tommy?
I have way too many people just to do one.
What?
I know it is.
I'm sorry. They're going to have to fight you after.
I'll do it. I would like to shout out the trio that's sitting here right now that's helping launch the Black Business Village experience and the land launch celebration. They're catapulting what will become more or less the capital campaign for this project. So I would love to shout out all three of them, Kim, KJ, and Tev. I appreciate you all.
Thank you. Shout out to you too.
I see what you did, the 3-in-1. I'm going to let that
That was
slide.
smart. That was smart.
It was right here, so it was
good.
easy.
That was good.
I've got my own shout out, y'all. And I too have too many people. Like, I mean, I could say Tav. I could say, there's so many people I want to shout out.
Yeah,
but I have to shout you guys out. And I don't want it to be a tit for tat, but honestly, Miss Kim, the Black Business Ball would not exist without this woman. Because I went to her with this crazy idea. She's like, what? You want to do what? And she was like the 6th person I went to, and everybody was like, you're not black enough. That's the truth. Guys, I'm always going to give it to you straight. That was the conversation. And she said, I'm going to make it happen. Let's go. And thank you. Thank you. And the BBE brand would not be what it is right now if Tiffany didn't put us on so many platforms. Shout out to you, Tiffany.
Yeah.
And it's a fact.
Yes.
Fact. KJ performed for us. Like there's so many little connections that I made. And Tommy is my shoulder to cry on.
Tommy's all
Everybody's
Right, exactly.
Tommy!
You got some strong shoulders.
I'm built for this. My mama built me.
Man, guys, seriously, I can't believe
Shout out
his
to
whole
him.
shoulder is not wet from all of our tears, to be honest. So shout out to you, Tommy. But I want to shout out every single Black-owned business out there.
Yes.
When we hear statistics like 400,000 Black women being laid off, Black men being laid off, all I want to hear is, we're not going to cry about it.
No.
All I hear is, so you trying to tell me we need to start more businesses then?
Right.
That's all I hear. So we need to create. Like KJ said,
Yes.
we need to be more creative.
Yes.
We need to create more jobs. We need to create positions.
Yes.
And I love that. I love that. I know that we can only go up, guys. Remember, when we are given so many stumbling blocks, that really means we're onto something great.
Absolutely.
And I want to remind all of you, please, all the people on this couch, when you call them, please don't call them for freebies. We also too have bills.
Right.
Please ask for a quote. And don't always use partnerships as a way to get it for free. We know the game. We've been here for a long time. So I had to put that plug because Blendy actually put out a reel and she said, I hope I'm not the cheap person someone was talking about. Don't say, oh, my friend is really cheap, they'll give you a deal. No.
Right.
The price is the price.
Right.
And it's higher today than it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
If you didn't,
Come on.
especially if you didn't participate. In closing, I want one last word from you guys. Unfortunately, it has to be brief before Dawn gives us her wave.
The boot.
The boot to get out of her studio.
Wrap it up.
Minnesota Podcast Studio, by the way, in Champlin.
Yes.
Yes, beautiful.
I want to know one last word that you want to give to entrepreneurs. I'll give you mine first.
Okay.
Resilience. It doesn't matter what's happening, come back. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, get up again.
Yes.
I've done it many, many times.
Yes.
Okay? Resilience.
That's
Get up
good.
again.
Consistency. You just got to stay consistent. No matter, hey, you may fall, just like you said, but just keep going. Be consistent.
Thank you, Kim.
Belief in yourself.
Yes, that's good.
If you wouldn't buy your product, nobody else would. So you got to believe in it.
That's a
Yep.
good
Oh,
one
that's
there.
real good.
Yeah, I was going to say belief, but I'll say faith.
Oh,
Faith.
yes.
Because with belief, you need faith.
Yeah.
And even if you have to faith it till you make it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I would say purpose.
Ooh, that's good.
Yes. Live on purpose.
Ooh, love
See,
yourself. on
Tommy's
purpose.
always going to give us a big, I just got chills.
Drop a gem or two.
Tommy, you could have given me that one and I could have ended, but that's fine.
You did it right.
You're right. Purpose. Absolutely. And with that said, guys, that was our conversation for tonight. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
I told you I would give you a good show, and it couldn't have been any better. Thank you to all of you for coming today. I do have one surprise, though, because I'm not. This is Hello Nancy. So Hello Nancy would like to give the hair beauty.
Twin Cities Hair and
The
Beauty
Twin
Expo.
City Hair, thank you, because it's a mouthful for me.
Twin Cities
Okay,
Hair and Beauty
Italian is my
Expo.
first language. $1,000 because I know how expensive.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it, guys?
Yes,
That's
and
so
he
good.
will.
Oh,
Because I know how
thank you.
expensive these events are. Mind you, I'm seeking, and this is what I'm talking about supporting, right? I am in my sponsorship era right now where I'm like calling everybody, and don't worry, if I haven't called you, I'm about to call you. So, but this is what we're supposed to do, right?
Right.
Pour back into the people because I need to see this event happen
Yes.
because the city needs it,
Yeah.
right? So that's for you, Tiffany.
Thank you so
And
much.
So sweet.
Tommy, we will also like to donate $1,000 to your project. I know it ain't $20 million. I don't know where Blendy is, but I still need to know how many people that $20 million. But it's something. We're working on
And
it.
I'm grateful.
And you know,
Right,
guys,
yes.
do you know in West Africa they do susu, where everybody comes together? I have a client where she needed to buy a $2 million building, and within 48 hours she had it. Everyone in the Somalian community chipped in. Why can't we do that?
Right.
I know
Talk
we
that talk.
can.
Absolutely.
Talk
I know
that
we
talk.
can. So go to McNeil Management. And thank you so much. This was the first episode back of season 3 of Hello Nancy. Thank you for joining us. That's our show. See you next week, same time.